Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic today. Like I say, today is a bit, I don't know, yesterday was really good weather. Today is meant to be very good weather as well, but I don't know, the clouds are a bit gathered around, but who knows? Maybe that will change very drastically later on as well today. As you can see, the ponies are in the field. Some are still asleep. Cathlo G, good morning to you. But yes, good morning to you all. Welcome, as always, to the Good Morning Walk. I think we're about to also have some more close pony action, as they say. Pretty Bird, greetings. Good morning to you as well. I tell you what, I'm still recovering from Bucharest. Mithril, good morning to you as well. I just feel like I just need a week to recover. Dave W, good morning to you as well. And good morning to everyone else who is just joining us, watching the recording after, etc. Welcome once again, as always, to the Good Morning Walk. Like I say, please do remember to click on the like and the share button as well as you drop in, drop out, wherever you may, whatever you might be doing. Like I say, there we go. dodge the rock. Like I say, feel free to come on, join us. Because, yeah, oh boy. oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Nice not to hear you squelching along for a change. Well, I'm still wearing my my wellies just in case. Because I thought, do I wear my wellies? Do I wear my walking boots? And I thought, I'll tell you what, I'll wear me wellies just in case. But to be honest, I think I could have got away with my walking boots. So you've got this guy here. Morning. Yeah, yeah, nothing much to talk about today. Exactly. And you've got this guy here. Anyway, good morning to you all. Just, whoops, a daisy. There we go. And of course, I think, little new arrival, Chthonic, good morning to you. But yes, walk amongst the ponies. That one's in a box for some reason. Oh. Anyway. Yeah, oh my, what a week. What a week. And just before we go really into this, the whole COVID inquiry, my expectations for this are it's going to be pretty explosive. I think there is going to be a ton of stuff that comes out from the COVID inquiry. I absolutely think there is going to be a ton of stuff that comes out from it. But the big question is who does it hurt? What happens? And what new secrets do we learn? What do we learn? How bad was the chaotic management? Because we know it was chaotic. We've already had bits and pieces, but the COVID inquiry is really going to really peel back the chaos and the layers of absolute ineptitude that we saw during this time. So I'm expecting big things. I'm not going to lie. I am expecting very big things from the COVID inquiry. And the fact that even before the COVID inquiry is kicked off, we've had this massive argument about evidence. And of course, being from, well, the prime suspect himself, Boris Johnson. like I said, is that time of year. Like I said, there was one up there, but I couldn't see him. I didn't get a good view of him, but yeah. Like I said, it is that time of, 'tis the time of year, 'tis the spring, as they say. So there's going to be tons of baby foals dropping. Probably more in the next couple of weeks as well. Good morning to One Angry Pagan as well. Good morning to you. Good morning to anyone else who's joined who I haven't seen join as well. If you've said hello, good morning. Like I say, welcome. Remember to hit the like button as well. So, these WhatsApp chats, there's been a big question about what could be in them. Like, what could be in them? And the big speculation is that, of course, at the time, Sunak was in, Johnson's cabinet. So there could be a lot of communications in there that potentially really, shall we say, don't make Sunak look that too good. And I think that's kind of likely, given just some of the media, shall we say, faux pas Sunak has made in the past. I think that is very, very likely. And I think that's why, certainly from the cabinet, there has been such a reticence to actually let them drop. But potentially, not only from just Sunak. Again, this is all rumours. So this is all rumours about what could be in these messages and diaries. So it could be expected that there could be more revelations about parties and who was at particular parties. You could have a lot of, well, conversations between Boris and, the anti-lockdown crowd, which might not make them, shall we say, look very good. Certainly in the light of that we know, one of the things that the COVID inquiry is looking at was, why was there such a delay? So if it comes out from these messages that you had all these anti-lockdown people going, look, we just want a delay. Just, wait a week and you'll see that we're right, and, these pro-lockdown people are wrong. That could be just as equally damaging as well. So we don't know what's in them, but equally so as well, you don't want to fall into a WhatsApp trap. That there's just, Johnson hands over so much information that the inquiry has to spend a ton of time, sifting through all this information. And I think it comes down to the case of, just because you have an excessive amount of information doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get good transparency, maybe even a good trial, or at least a good public inquiry, shall we say, in regards to this. So we have to be careful that even though Johnson has gone around the cabinet office and said, here's all my stuff, which I think leads me to believe that even Johnson knows that there's stuff in there that, shall we say, is going to embarrass Rishi Sunak. That's why he's gone and said it. So it becomes very, very interesting along all these factors. Very interesting. And it's what's in there, what other stuff does this combine with? And bear in mind, COVID inquiry barely started. Yet, if you may remember, this was one of the things that Johnson was said he wanted to do as well, to try and delay the inquiry so that it wouldn't go on during a general election, or at least wouldn't be reporting during a general election, because all the Tories knew that this inquiry wasn't going to make them look very good. And of course, this is going to go on, well, during a general election. Almost certainly this will go on during a general election. And if there is stuff in there that is really damaging to Sunak, and this comes out. Oh, good morning all. So yeah, it's very quickly becoming one of those situations and scenarios where, to be honest, anything could happen. Anything could happen in this inquiry, and it is wild. And we've barely even started it. This is still, we're still in the evidence gathering stage. Oh. Yeah, hold out to bail out, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, exactly, that's what we're probably expecting as well. Although even I think the Daily Mail, to be honest, is going to be hard pushed not to attack the chair, because I think some of this stuff that's going to come out, I think it's going to be so damaging. Even the Daily Mail is going to be like, well, even we can't support that. So yeah, it's one of those factors where it's just, what's going to happen, what's going to come out, we just don't know. But when it does, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, is it going to come out? That's for certain. But we're just going to sit and wait. And in the meantime, I would definitely recommend stocking up on your supply of popcorn, because oh boy, it already does seem like it could get incredibly contentious. Oh, so yeah, stock up now while you can, and get ready, because it does feel like, oops, let's see, does feel like it could be one of those. It could be one of those days, that's for sure. Has Johnson handed over the 2001 phone? Yes, as far as I'm aware, he might have done. Because obviously we know now that Johnson, of course, you know, take it with a pinch of salt, was told by, you know, the spies, shall we say, security services, yeah, don't have your phone on. Because Johnson's phone number was public, or at least made public years ago, and he still had the phone number going into number 10. So of course, security concern. So as far as we know, Johnson has completely subverted the cabinet and just handed over everything to Hale. Now we know that there's still going to be this legal suit happen, because we know that it's been filed. So that could also be very interesting as well. But this is one of those cases of where I think it's pretty much open and shut, that the Cabinet Office and Sunak doesn't have a leg to stand on, because Parliament's already empowered public inquiries and how public inquiries work. And when they ask for evidence, it's up to the chair to determine relevance, not Sunak and the Cabinet Office, which is what this fight is all about. And I think this is very, very much not going to last long, shall we say, this trial. But it does certainly seem like the Cabinet Office are fighting a losing battle. Most of the legal experts do say that this is, well, an open and shut case in this regard. So Sunak is, I think, desperately trying to fight a rearguard action against who knows what. But like I say, I think we'll find out very soon. We'll find out very, very soon. But one thing's for sure, Sunak certainly still has a problem, or at least the problem of Boris Johnson. And this all comes down to him being an absolutely weak leader and a weak prime minister. So how is he gonna sort, Boris out when he can't sanction him, he can't punish him, because he's so scared that then, well, Boris might rebel. And it just, the mind boggles, it really, really does, about what's going to come out of the audience. But oh my. It could be fun. It could be extremely fun learning about what happened during all this. That's for sure. Sphinx Cat, ahoy, ahoy, hoy to you. Pardon me. Oh, I've still got my Bucharest cough, or my Buka cough, as I like to call it. We are heading towards the Barnsley Triangle, so do strap yourselves in. Make sure that your that your seats are in an upright position and your tables are safely stowed away in an upright position. Leah Grimes, good morning to you. We are, like I say, good morning to everyone. Please do remember to click on the like button. If we do disconnect, like I say, please do bear with me. Like I say, we are entering the now somewhat infamous Barnsley Triangle, so we may disconnect, but we may reconnect. So, stay where you are, and normal service will be resumed shortly. Maggie Pie, good morning to you. Yes, they do walk among us. And yeah, that was weird, that when I was coming back from Bucharest, and I had it was really strange because I was coming out from Wembley, headed back to sort of St Pancras, and it was so strange. Loki's children, good morning to you. It was so strange having the having literally the waves of like blue and white and red shirts just head towards me as they were headed towards Wembley. Under my strict interpretation of Barnsley common law, I am told that well, we did very well and we were robbed. I think that fulfills my legal obligations as a Barnsley boy. we go. So, yeah, back to it, because we're through now. I'm through, hopefully. So, I suppose we need to think about the consequences of these WhatsApp messages. And it is really sort of, I suppose, a lot of theory. Oh, Tory. Oh, hang on. Yeah, here we are. Tory Kaminsky. Well, Hatman, do you think Rishi Sunak will have to resign regarding withholding evidence in the next COVID case? Don't think so. I don't think he will. I think it depends what's in that evidence that Johnson handed over, because it does very, very much seem that is what Sunak wanted to avoid, the handing over of that evidence. So, there we go. So it's just what's in that evidence that Sunak doesn't want people to see. And bear in mind, it is a lot of theory crafting out there as to what people are saying, that, you know, Sunak said or did something that is that is going to, in some way, potentially even bring down his premiership. There was a thing yesterday on LBC when I was watching it, or listening to it, shall I say. There was a caller who came in and said, well, and again, this is all theory and suspect stuff, because again, we don't know, was that there is such stuff in there that this will be damaging many of the Tory ministers. That there's so many Tory ministers potentially could be caught up in this, that it could affect them and maybe their future runs for, you know, being Prime Minister, being in the Cabinet Office. So, you know, we talk about how this could affect Rishi Sunak, but there's a lot of people saying this could affect more than just Rishi Sunak. And if that becomes the case, well, how many Tories can get caught up in it, you know? Nope. If you can see him there. Nice morning ponies. Oh, no. Don't want to see that. But it's but yeah, it's just what's in there. What is Sunak trying to hide? And he must be trying to hide something, as everyone is suspecting. But we don't know. Swans today? I don't think so. Can't see them. Unless they're up at the top. But I can't see them. What's down there? No, not down there. Yeah, how many Tories did it take to change the light bulb? Well, that's something else that could also kick off as well. The whole Ben Houchen stuff. I mean, that seems to be up there a pure case of complete corruption. And someone else who Rishi Sunak is also desperately trying to defend. Because remember, currently, there is only one regional Tory mayor. Oh, here we go. There we go. So remember, currently there is only one regional Tory mayor. Oh, pardon me. Sorry. Hay fever is kicking off. I didn't expect it to. Oh. 1 second. Oh dear. Tell you what, have a look at there. You might be able to see the swans. Oh, there we go. Note to self, next time remember to take hay fever tablets. Oh, the joys of spring. Literally. Where were we? Yes, Ben Houchen. So, for those of you who don't know, there is only one Tory regional mayor. And that is, of course, Ben Houchen. And Houchen has been set especially so by the Tory party as being, well, the prime example. Like, if you want to vote and get your own Tory regional mayor, then Ben Houchen is your prime example. Now, to be honest, Houchen staked his entire mayoral campaign on getting this free port up and running. And that this free port is going to bring all these benefits to the region. And as we've said before, that's not going to happen. Free ports. Free ports are, if anything, going to bring any good, shall we say, economic benefits to that region. And it's also the flagship policy as well. It's the flagship free port. Well, we'll go out across the land and start setting up free ports across the UK. That's the idea. So bear in mind, there is a lot, I mean an absolute lot, riding on Ben Houchen. Not only, of course, is he being set as the model that the rest of the, conservative regional mayors, or hopefuls, shall we say, should be following, but also the entire free ports that are, well, the pillar, or at least they hope, as one of the, quote, big Brexit benefits. But of course, as we've said, if you follow this channel for any length of time, you know these free ports are anything but. No, pardon me. So, this really has a lot riding on it. And I think the fact that you've got more and more of this corruption, more and more of this story that's coming out and being brought out, not only, let's give credit where it's due. Private Eye has done some fantastic reporting. The Yorkshire Post, Yorkshire Evening Post as well, done some fantastic reporting on this issue as well. Also, the Byline Times, also fantastic report on this Freeport issue. So if you want to go and get, or at least see some of this reporting, like I say, it's not just in the Private Eye. There are other places that you can see as well. If you want to go and chase up those reporting, because it has been very, very good. And to be honest, it seems to be an unraveling thread. And now imagine this for a second, that you've got your meant to be star attraction yeah, it wasn't Sunak meeting COVID-19 number 11. Potentially that could be the case, and we'll see what happens there. Like I say, we don't know what's in these WhatsApp messages, so we'll just have to wait and see. But if Houchin goes down, I think so too does the Freeport. And if both those things go down, then not only do the Tories lose their only regional mayor, but they also lose their Freeport as well. So there is a lot of stuff going on in and around that Freeport. And I don't think Houchin's long, because you can already tell that journalists sense there's something there. And that we've already got, I think, investigative journalists lining up to start looking into the Freeport and just what's going on up there. Because a lot of this information has already been made public in the initial sort of private eye reporting and the bylines, and of course the Yorkshire Post and Evening Post as well. So most of the stuff is already out there, but there seems to be, at least a lot of people are suspecting up here, that there seems to be even more stuff in that case yet to come. So hasn't Deeside got new Labour councillors? Yes. On the local port authority, of course, because they lost a seat there is now a Labour councillor on that Freeport Authority seat. So that could prove very interesting as well going forward. Ultimately, though, we will have to see once again what comes out from there. But to be honest, this seems yet another. Example of, Tory corruption. And not only that, why we need probably more stronger laws in regards to MPs when they do wrong. I've said it for a while that maybe we should take the power of MPs to police themselves out of it and just make it its own sort of department in Westminster. And then, of course, there's the oh, pardon me. Hang on. I'm having a joys of spring again. Oh dear. Yeah. Definitely next time I need to start taking hay fever tablets when I come down here, because, oh my word. I don't know what I look like on here, but I feel like I'm absolutely streaming. So, yeah. 2, I think, massive brewing scandals. First of all, what was in those WhatsApp messages? And I think Maggie Pye, as you said in your message, I think that could be also rightly so. Did Sunak talk with Boris about the whole VIP lanes, the whole wasted PPE stuff? That's entirely possible, but like I say, we don't know until we see. It's all speculation what's really could be in there. And then, of course, you've got the whole Freeport Ben Houchin situation going on as well. These are going to be 2, I think, massive scandals. These are going to be 2 massive scandals. That could very well kick off. And I think when they do kick off, I think it's going to take down a lot of people. And I think it's going to really, once again, reopen the whole argument of this is just how corrupt the Tories were. And then I think Starmer really, really needs to take advantage of that. Really needs to take advantage of that. To sort of really drive home some good reform around the drive home some really good reform around the reforming the sort of the system that sort of polices MPs. So there's a lot of potential stuff there he could do. That is for sure. And I think something that he really needs to look at, because like I say, I changed the order of my videos around recently after we found out essentially the Australian trade deal was written on the back of a piece of loo roll. Jesus. I still can't believe that, to be honest. I still can't believe that. We went to Conservative Home and had a look at Henry Hill and his grand ideas for reforming the civil service. Like I say, you'll see that video up this afternoon. And yet not one of his ideas actually talked about reforming the civil service. Most of it was aimed at his own party and his own MPs. Interesting. Yeah, I think he almost knows. I think in a way he almost knows what the problems are, that it's his own party, but he just daren't say it. I think he's very much joining. Oh, morning, Fatgasm, good morning to you. Like I say, good morning to everyone else who's joined us. Like I say, please do remember to click on the like button and of course the share button as well. Like I say, it helps. As I say at Tesco, every little helps. So it's one of those bizarre situations where you've got such a, hang on, whoops, there you go. It all needs moving out of London. Well, here's the thing, with how dangerous, to be honest, the House of Commons is, the fact that it's full of asbestos, could go up at any moment, dodgy wiring, and essentially really dodgy patch jobs. You'd think they'd take that opportunity to, do that and to leave the Westminster bubble. But they never have done yet, so we'll see. And I fear it will be, a fire that will just rip through Westminster. And even then they'll be like, oh, how could this have happened? Well, people have been telling you for years you need to do something about it, and they never did. But, yeah. Yeah, you've got a really unsafe workspace. You need to do something about it. Oh, no, it's all fine. We'll leave it. Oh my God, the entire workspace is caught on fire. How could this have happened? Oh, honestly. Oh, Michael Ford, good morning to you. Oops, there we go. Oh, but yeah, what a week it's been. What a week. I mean, let's finish off with the whole, Australian trade deal, which I still cannot believe. I mean, I just still cannot believe that this was done. that the entire Australian trade deal was written on the back of, toilet paper. And what for? Oh, Boris was sorry about the UK abandoning Australia in the 70s. I mean, we did warn you, we did tell you about just how bad these trade deals were going to be, about how inexperienced the negotiating teams were, and yet there goes Boris blundering in, and even as the Australian ministers say, your boss has just given away the keys to the kingdom. I mean, my word. I don't know if you can. There you go. I don't know if you can see the little fold between the legs there. But my word. And to be honest, I always liked the fact that, oh yes, it was unnamed government minister. It was George Eustace. It was George Eustace. We all know it was George Eustace, because George Eustace is currently trying, or at least fomenting, another big rebellion over the Canadian and Mexico trade agreements. So there is an absolute ton of stuff, and it all seems to stem from George Eustace. So, yeah. Morning, boys. Let me just squeeze on through. There we go. I mean, it wouldn't be surprised if George Eustace was the primary source for all that reporting. It really doesn't seem too much from it. Oh. There we go. Yeah, the only person who didn't know it was George Eustace was George Eustace. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, George Eustace is not a good Tory minister, but I've said before, sometimes you're going to give credit where credit's due. And I'll tell you what, George Eustace outing this entire story because, oh, it was him. It was absolutely him. Yeah, senior government minister. Who was the senior government minister who was constantly clashing with Boris and Truss over this trade deal? It was George Eustace. So, oh wow, the sun has just come out. I can feel it now. I'm glad I started this walk when I did. But yes, I'm definitely going to go get changed when I get home. It's definitely t-shirts and short weather today. Oh, but as always, like I say, please do remember to click on the like and share button. Hit the subscribe if you are new to the channel as well. Say welcome. And yes, enjoy your weekend, folks. Be safe, be sensible, and enjoy yourselves. I'm off to go play Blood Bowl later on today. I've just started playing in a league here in sort of my hometown, so that's fun so far. And then tomorrow I'm off to the UK Games Day Expo in Birmingham. So that will be fun. That will be very, very much fun. So remember, folks, enjoy yourself, be safe, be sensible, and of course, as always, we'll see you next time, or next weekend, shall we say, for a good morning walk. And we shall see you all very soon. Enjoy your weekends, and we'll see you then.